Janet, I can't find the peanut butter again. Can you tell me where it's at?
Oh my god.
Whoa. Cool it, Janet.
What is it with you and the peanut butter? There's an entire garden of things to eat around here and you're still on this peanut butter thing?
Okay. If I was trying to find some food... Wait. Why is your voice different?
Okay, that's it. Enough. I'm done. I'm out. That's it.
So if I wanted to find an apple that was next to the peanut butter, where might that be? Oh, she's really leaving. Damn.
Hello there, Janet. I couldn't help but notice you're having some more peanut butter problems.
Oh, what do you want?
I just have something for you to take a little toot on, that is all.
Okay, the last time you gave me something to get a little toot from, that Nudge 24, yeah, no, I don't need anything else from you, thanks.
But this is the Nudge 22. It's 2 whole less.
Janet, what's he doing here?
Damn it, Adam, would you shut the hell up and let her suck my mod?
Wait, you're gonna... I thought you said you weren't gonna do that no more. What up, YouTube? Welcome in Between Two Beards. I'm Justin, aka Dubb.
I'm Ryan.
And we have another WoTofo product for you guys. They've been pumping them out like fucking Octomom does kids.
Yep. I have to say, my faith has been...
Like, dude, like, seriously?
I can tell your wife doesn't have any kids.
Your vagina has to look like the fucking doors at Chuck E. Cheese at closing time. I'm just saying. Anyway, so... This is the Nudge 22. We already reviewed the Nudge 24, and basically we all know how we felt about that.
We hated it, but
We weren't big fans
thankfully
of it.
our faith has been restored.
We knew they were working on a single coil version of that mods, or that RDA, sorry. So, like I said, let's not waste any time. Let's get inside of it. Let's check it out. Let's see what it's got to offer.
Be right back. Alright guys, here's going to be a real quick up close with the Nudge 22 single coil RDA from Wotofo and Matt from Suck My Mod. Yeah, same box as everything else. Alright, inside you're going to have your 3 comp wire bags. Yep, we've gone over this. One's going to have your spare screws, spare O-rings, and your standard 510 pin, because the squonk pin actually comes pre-installed. I already have swapped that out for the standard pin, so that's all in here. You've got some coils in the other one and some cotton in that one. So, yep, there's that. As always, your t-shirt giveaway card. You're going to have a 510 drip tip adapter for the top there. This does come standard with an 810 drip tip installed. It comes with a very nice acrylic drip tip. Blue little black screwdriver instead of the blue guys we've seen a billion times. So yeah, these are, all the Wotofo stuff's been coming with these, and they're actually not half bad little screwdrivers. So there's that. And then also in the box, you're going to get a secondary top cap. So if I bring in the Nudge itself, you'll see right here, let's zoom in a little bit. All right, you'll see right here, this one's got a nice, a lot wider airflow, and then this one has a much smaller airflow. I kind of like that they did this because they have the same issue that they had on the 24 where you can't really close the airflow down very much, so they gave you the options here, so this is pretty good. This has a really restricted, crazy flavor draw. This has a little bit more open, still fantastic flavor draw. Not the stock drip tip here. It came with a nice red one that looked so good on my Bravo that I threw that on there. And I actually kind of like that this one's a little bit taller because the one that came on it is a little bit shorter. And this is such a small RDA already that it looks a little goofy, but you know, it works nice. Anyway, so going around here, you've got your Nudge logo there. Again, this is an 810 goon style drip tip with dual O-rings in there, which holds that in there very, very nice. So that's awesome. You got your airflow, your Suck My Mod logo there. And then on the bottom, you have the Suck My Mod logo and Wotofo on their website and stuff. There is your non-adjustable standard 510. Again, this comes pre-installed with the squonk pin. I swapped that out because I didn't want to use this on a squonker. So anyway, you throw this on a mod real quick. Pull the top cap off. Now, one thing I can tell you right out of the gate, the O-rings, once they get juice on them, are not great. But we'll get into that later. So yeah, here you go. Here's your deck. This deck is a dream to build on, as opposed to the 24mm deck that, in my opinion, was a complete pain in the dick to build on. But anyway, this one is very much like the Serpent SMM's deck. You've got your post holes on either, on all four corners, so no matter how you wrap your coils, whether you go that way or that way, it doesn't matter. You can put it in here either way. So again, we have the airflow that comes in kind of a little bit of an angle, and these actually angle down just a tiny bit, which is kind of nice. And then over here you've got a peak insulator to keep your positive post there from hitting your top cap. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you've got a little bit of a juice well in there. It's not crazy, but it holds a decent amount of juice. But this guy is super, super easy to build on. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a fuse Clapton that I built in here, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, so yeah, there you got your coil. I kind of jacked that one leg up a little bit, but regardless, get it nice and centered, and then if you can see, these airflow go right in up underneath the coil, and just, yeah, the flavor on this thing is pretty banging. So I'm actually going to drop that down just a tiny little bit. And then, yeah, one thing you want to make sure you do, as always, is cut your excess leads off as flush as you possibly can. And that's it. That's all there is to building this one. This one is completely opposite of the 24. It's super, super easy. This is a 3mm coil, and as you can see, it is pretty tight in there. So I would say 3. You might be able to get away with a 3.5, but I doubt it. So let's go ahead and get this guy glowing right, and we'll get her wicked. All right, now for this one, you don't need a whole lot of wick, so I just go out about that far right there and chop them off. Fluff them up a little bit. And then, yeah, just kind of take them and curl them up under there. Now, one thing I do like to do is the airflow on this when there's no cotton in it is a little bit weird and choppy. Once you get your cotton in there, you want to kind of wall off the sides here, and then that smooths the airflow right out. So yeah, that's all there is to wicking that guy. The juice is going to go right in there and get everywhere you need it to go. Now again, I want to show you real quick, it's kind of like the other one where there's really no adjusting this. So you go that far and it opens up, you go that far and it opens up. So that's why it's nice that they throw two top caps in here, so you kind of can tailor your airflow that way instead of having to actually adjust it. But anyway, we're going to get this guy juiced up and get back out and we'll talk about it. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, we're back. That was the up close of the Wotofo Nudge 22. Yeah, this is pretty legitimate, guys. There are some cons to it, but I gotta say, for the most part, this is a pretty legitimate little single coil bang.
There's a lot more pros this time around, thankfully.
Definitely.
Cons-wise, O-rings kind of suck.
Yeah, the O-rings on them are, I mean, they were good right when I pulled them out of the box, but as soon as the juice got on them, they just kind of went to shit.
It just kind of boop,
I mean,
boop. There's no tension there at all. But anyway, outside of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the deck design for this is pretty much identical to the Serpent SMM, which is got to be like the easiest single coil deck I've ever built on ever. So I am super, super happy to see that in here. It's a 22mm RDA. It's tiny. I mean, it looks itty bitty sitting on any mod that I have.
Than the Grim Green recoil original.
Oh well, yeah, because the outside diameter of that was 24mm. Right. But yeah, this is a 22mm RDA. Yeah, cons-wise, I think that's it. I don't like the O-rings. Otherwise, I don't really have much to say bad.
The only other con that I have, and I know, now I will say this. Now listen to me carefully before we start getting pitchforks and torches sent after us. Okay? I still would like to see an adjustable airflow.
That actually adjusts?
That actually adjusts. Now, with this, they obviously included 2 caps, which is milestones over what the last one was. Right. But at the same time, this has the same issue. You can't go too far over to the left or the right because there's no way to actually close off the airflow.
Right.
Now, having said that, this is about as much airflow as I'm going to want out of this thing.
It's fine the way it is. Honestly, full open on this one, maybe closed off just a tiny, tiny bit, is perfectly fine. They give you the smaller airflow cap, which is cool that they include that.
And it's a little too cut off.
It's a little too cut off.
I mean, it's got good flavor, but you just
picky bastards. Yeah. that's it for cons. I'm still not crazy about the way it looks, but I can get past that with this one.
I like the compact size. I mean,
I don't mind the size. I just don't like the way the cap looks. But otherwise,
I mean,
flavor, guys. Oh my God, flavor is
I don't know.
out of this world.
I don't know
good.
if you could really ask for much more flavor out of a single coil RDA.
Yeah, I mean, we're just
are you gonna get better flavor out of a dual coil? Absolutely.
Probably.
But you have a dual coil,
right?
We're
both rocking little nichrome fused Claptons that I built. 0.3. I've got a 65 watts. The clouds. It's not a cloud chaser, so I don't care about that. I'm not a cloud chaser. I'm a flavor guy, so I don't really give a shit. The clouds are sufficient, whatever. If you're into that kind of thing, but the flavor is just out of this freaking world.
I need juice.
Yeah. Yeah, so just, I don't even know what else to say, man. I like the drip tip it came with, but it was a little bit shorter, so I threw the one the Bravo came with on here just to give me a little bit more, lip space, if you will.
Yeah, it's really easy to build on. Obviously, once again, you have the opposite pointing legs that you're going to have to do for when you wrap it.
But the great thing is, as opposed to the 24, is it doesn't matter which way you wrap, because you've got posts on all four corners like the Serpent SMM, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, we're vaping bro tripping this right now, and that's probably the best that juice has ever tasted.
Like 4 months freshly steeped bro trip in this thing is just...
It's just so good. But
Angelina Jolie from Gone in 60 Seconds good, I'm telling you.
That was the last time she was good, but I'll go with that. Yeah.
That's why I didn't say, well, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, so. I'm not going to kick her out of bed, but I'm not going to super like.
She was starting on her downcline by then, but anyway.
Anyway.
Back to the review.
I'm getting off topic, bro. No, the only thing I will say about the wicking is just watch when you're wicking it that you cut, because you gotta find a happy medium. If you cut your wick too long, it's gonna get stuffed in there, and you're not gonna be able to wick it very well. You cut it too short, it's not gonna fit down in that little crevice, and you're gonna have wick sticking all over.
Right. There's not a huge juice well in this one. The 24 definitely had more of a juice well, but as long as you cut them to the right length and cut them where I showed you in the up close, that was perfect. Actually, I was pretty proud of that.
Right.
Just pick it up and kind of tuck the corners in, and they sit right in those little cutouts, and you'll be fine as far as wicking goes.
I will say this RDA has kind of, because you all know that I'm kind of an over dripper. This has definitely had to make me be cautious about how much I go in there, because I'm telling you right now, it does not take much to flood this bitch.
That, and again, I say the same thing I said with the 24. The airflow sits down really low, so with the lack of a deep juice well in this one, you can get juice. Now, the nice thing is that they kind of counteracted that with the airflow is kind of pointed in. It's not a super drastic angle, but it's got some angle to it, which is kind of nice.
See, I like one thing I will admit on this. I do like that they're going with this like satin finish paint instead of like a glossy finish.
I dig the satin finishes on these things.
Like this is supposed to be. It's normally it's just a chrome stainless steel look to it, but it's not. It's a silver with a satin finish.
Well, I think the top caps are aluminum, so it's like anodized aluminum, which is great. The silver one, think a MacBook. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a MacBook.
But
this
really,
is a red
MacBook.
Really yeah.
So Matt, definitely happy. This is a redeeming quality because no offense, bro, but the Nudge 24.
Yeah, this one definitely is
I wouldn't
opposite.
Chew that mod out Kim Kardashian's ass if you paid me.
I wouldn't chew anything out of her ass if she paid me.
Oh, exactly. I'm just saying, but it's that much worse because something that bad had to have come out of someone like her's ass. Her fake ass.
Okay, I give you that. But anyway, yeah, good on you, Matt. This one's definitely in the ballpark of that Serpent SMM. It's super easy. I would absolutely recommend this for someone's first dripper.
Yes.
If someone's like, hey man, I want to drip, but I don't want to go crazy, freaking whatever. This would be a good place to start because it's super easy to build. It's super easy to wick. The flavor is phenomenal. I don't have to vape it at 100 watts to get good everything out of it.
One other thing we were talking about right before we started filming, guys, and this is just something because I know you specifically. You're like, dude, if I could drip safely, I would while I'm driving. This is actually something that I could see you being able to drip on while you're driving. Only in the instance that if you had a squonk. That way, you could just squonk it up.
So let's just disclaimer that. This would be a really good RDA for squonking, not for dripping while driving.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
No, exactly. But I'm just saying, you throw in, you have this, obviously, you're only vaping it about anywhere between 50 to 65 watts, depending on where you're ohming out on your coils at. And that way, you're not eating up battery life like you do with a dripper. So you do that, you have yourself a nice little squonk, like the Ram box or something. Actually, no. You won't want to regulate it.
Yeah, there's a...
But... I'm just saying, this makes something like that a possibility with the right mod.
If I had a good regulated squonker, I would absolutely take this because I'm not going to have to worry about blowing through batteries. I'm not going to blow through juice as much. So yeah, I can definitely see what you're saying there. But yeah, I like this thing. These were sent to us.
For the purpose of the review.
That didn't
absolutely
change anything. We have to always say that. I hate that, but whatever.
You guys know us. We don't bullshit.
This one is just better.
It really is.
Than the 24 version. I gave mine away. I have a friend of mine.
This thing just, like I said, guys, it failed on a lot of levels for me.
Right.
It's really funny because if you put these side by side, they're not. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but not by much.
Yeah,
You know, but like I said, guys, the deck is super easy to build on. The Serpent SMM deck, I thought, was just a solid single coil deck. Not a huge learning curve.
Right.
Wicking it, as long as you get that happy medium, cutting your wicks, super simple. Like I said, beard approved.
Beard approved all
Beard
day
approved.
long. Yeah. Would
Absolutely.
I buy it if I didn't have it? Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would.
I've been kind of wanting a single coil RDA for a while. I haven't ever had one. Because the problem with the dual coil RDA, even if it has the option for single coil, is the airflow is always super wonky and lopsided feeling when you're drawing in. It feels weird.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna try that new Twisted Messes Pro series.
Yeah,
with the,
yeah.
Has that drop in for the single coil.
But the thing I like about a designed for single coil RDA is you've still got the balanced airflow.
Right.
But there's not, just heaps of it. But yeah, this is definitely. I'm glad this is my first single coil RDA. Like this is a really good RDA.
It's what
This
we've
thing's
said
solid.
before,
Yeah.
guys. I'd rather have one thing do one thing very, very, very well, and then instead of having one thing that does like 2 or 3 or 4 things half-assed.
Yeah.
It's just how I look at it. So, beard approved. I'm at a 10 stars. Going to give this probably about a 7, I think.
I'll go with 7.
It's not the first RDA I reached for, but if I want something where it's like, oh fuck,
just
I don't want to change batteries
solid
every other hour.
flavor banger. Yeah,
it's a little flavor banger. It's not expensive.
Right. We'll put a couple links in the description. I haven't really priced these, but I'm thinking they're going for like $30, $35.
Yeah, I think they're about $30-$35, which for what it is, I think that's more than reasonable.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, like I said, beard approved. I like it. WoTofo does it
I'm
again.
keeping this one. I gave the 24. I mailed the 24 to a buddy of mine, and even he was like, "Dude, what the hell is this thing?" And I said, "I know, right? But this one, sorry, Dan, you can't have this one. I'm keeping it." So, but
Right,
yeah, this is great.
Yeah, no, I'm satisfied with it. I'm happy that they did it. Once again, Suck My Mod does a good job with what he does, and yeah, so I think that's gonna wrap up this review for us, guys.
Pretty much.
Social media, we're on all of it, so check it out. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We're always posting stuff on there, little videos. Sometimes we do live shows, whatever. Just check us out. It's all In Between Two Beards. At In Between Two Beards, sorry.
Yep.
If you want to drop us a line or contact us professionally or just say, what up? Whatever. Our email is inbetweentwobeards@gmail.com, so feel free to check that out. And until next video,
Vape on, guys.
Vape on, guys.